Okay, the topic for this video is going to be about the Department of Defense is suing Apple and 6 other book publishers on price fixing. Now, let me give you, for you guys that don't know what price fixing is, I'm going to describe it. And basically, that's where a bunch of sellers get together and agree all together to sell it for the same price. Now, that can affect the market because that's kind of anti-competitive and could force small businesses to go out of business because they can't be competitive enough, undersell the larger companies. And now, let me talk a little bit about Apple, the way they do things. I don't necessarily think it's price fixing, especially in Apple's case. And we kind of can see this when we go look at Apple's iTunes and App Store, because you know, of course, they sell a lot of things in the App Store. They sell movies, TV shows, music, and books. So they don't set the prices at all. That is done by the respective owners or the sellers, the authors, the developers, and so on. Obviously, Apple takes a 30% cut of that, and that's basically how Apple makes its money for selling stuff like that. Now, even though I don't necessarily think it's price fixing, I still think it might have some kind of effect, long-term effect on book sales. I'm not sure exactly how. It might raise some of the prices and all that. Now, even I've been reading a lot of the online forums, and the majority of them also seem to come to the same agreement that it's not price fixings in Apple's case. And I do have mixed feelings about that still. I'm not sure on the long-term effects, but I'll probably make an update video once, you know, I get more information on it. Now, the Apple does have a clause in their contract that states that you have to sell, if you sell something in Apple Store for iBooks, that it has to be the cheapest price. Now, it all depends how you think on it. They're not necessarily asking for the cheapest price. They're just saying, if you sell, give an example, if you sell something in the iTunes Store, a book for $15, and you go on Amazon and sell it for $10, obviously that would be a breach of contract. Now, you could sell both books for $10, one the cheapest price, but you can't undersell it anywhere else. That's what they're saying. And the reason Apple is doing this is because right now Amazon's got the vast majority of book sales right now, and that includes hardbacks, ebooks. So they're trying to get in the market, and about the only way they really can do that is kind of putting that clause in there. Now, like I said, I'm not sure what's the long-term effects on that's going to be. I'm still kind of unsure on some of these things now, but offhand, I don't really see it as price fixing, at least in Apple's case. The book publishers, maybe, but then yet again, like I said, Apple doesn't set the prices. That's done by the sellers. I kind of want to get your thoughts on that. Do you think it's price fixing in Apple's case? And how's that going to have an effect on book sales for the consumer? It looks like it might actually raise prices. I don't know. We'll see. And another thing that somebody brought up as well, that they're kind of undervaluing these books. That was another case I've seen on the online forums, meaning that they should be selling these books for a little bit more than they should, but since Amazon's got the vast majority of sales, they're kind of lowering the prices a lot, so that kind of undercuts everybody else. But that's kind of an interesting theory as well.